Hey guys, how are you? I hope you all are well. Again, I'm super excited to come before you with another video. God has been really speaking in abundance, and I'm always super excited, super encouraged to share with you what God has been showing to me. So today I want to share with you a message that I've titled Persistence Overcomes Resistance. And this is something that I've been dealing with, especially since starting Walking Week. God has really been showing me how to push through. But just a quick funny story on how the title came about is I live really close to a pizza store. And every day, well, almost every day, the pizza driver asks me on a date. And I always decline. And then one day he says to me, persistence overcomes resistance. And I was like, wow, that really embodies what God has been speaking to me. I really love that. And I'm sure it's been said many times before, but I've never heard it. So I thought that was really great and really represents what God has been showing. So just a little bit on the resistance that I've been feeling when doing the Walking Week videos. So every single time that it comes time to share a video, there's always opposition. There's always something that is trying to get in the way of making the video. Whether it's external opposition, whereas I don't have enough time in the day, or there's something wrong with the memory on my phone. All of a sudden I had all this memory and now I'm out of it. Or it's just issues with editing, or it's noise. Noise is a big issue. You're in the middle of a video and something goes by and makes this loud noise and you can't hear yourself. It's just the dumbest things ever, but it really makes an impact on how to put forward the video. And then there's these internal oppositions that I'm having. Things like doubting what I have to say, or just not feeling like what I have to say is valuable. And it's just all of these things that are going on. And you guys see the finished product, but you don't see the behind the scenes and the fight that it takes to actually put the video out. So God has been really speaking to me on saying, like I told you before, we have a hater. Satan does not want us to persevere. Satan wants us to quit, to lay down what God has called us to do. But God is calling us to push through. I know Walking Week is a small picture, but I feel like it's something that represents so many different areas of our life. So many different times God has called us to be great and do greater things, but there's a lot of opposition and things that block us from doing it. And it leads us to a space of discouragement. It leads us to a space where we want to give up. But God is saying, do not give up. Push through. So I just want to share with you a scripture to encourage us to push through. It's from Galatians chapter 6, verse 9. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. So there's a couple of promises in there that we will reap a harvest. That's amazing. And it will come at its proper time. But also don't give up, because you have to believe and have faith that there's something that God is calling you to birth, and that you cannot give up. And Jesus has told us there will be troubles. Nothing around us is easy, but we have to push through and not give up. So one story from the Bible that really represents this, and I truly love it, is Matthew. In Matthew 14, when Jesus is calling Peter to walk on water. I know it's a very familiar story, but there's so much truth into this, and so much areas where we can relate. Because a lot of times we expect that if God is calling us, that we're going to see the heavens open and God himself is going to descend and tell us when to walk. And it's going to be the perfect time and the perfect opportunity. But I believe it looks so much different than that. Because here we have Peter, who God is calling him to walk on water. He's not calling him to walk on land. He's already testing his faith by having him walk on water. Not only just walk on water, but walk on water during a storm. It wasn't a perfect opportunity for Peter. It didn't look perfect. But with his eyes focused on Jesus, he was able to step out and actually walk on water in a storm. And that was great. But it was when he got distracted by his opposition, which was the waves and the storm, when he began to see the waves, is when he fell and became discouraged, and where Jesus had to reach in and save him. So that's just a message saying that if you know in your heart of hearts that God is calling you, the timing might not always look right, but you have to step out. You have to fight against the waves, fight against the storms, fight against the opposition. Do not become weary, because in your proper time, you will reap a harvest. Just do not give up. So this is just a message to tell you, do not give up. I'm speaking to myself in Walking Week. I'm speaking to any area in your life where you know in your heart of hearts that God has called you to do something. God is calling you to step out and to believe Him. Do not allow opposition to come against you. There will be troubles, but we have dominion over that. We have victory over that. Just walk in it. So even if times look like, I can't see the end, it's coming. Or you can't see the victory, it's coming. So I encourage you to allow your persistence to overcome resistance. Persevere. Let's walk weak and know that we have victory and that our harvest is coming at its proper time. So please, let's do this. Walk it out. Do not become weary. I hope this encourages you, and have a blessed day. I'm looking forward to seeing you all again soon. All right. Talk to you later.